Alright, hi there everyone. It's Mr. 28 here. I'm founder and CEO of 28 Games. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing really well. I'm hoping that all this video is going to transmit to you because my iPhone 7 Plus is just basically shot right now. The battery's bad. It's at 50% capacity. If I wiggle it around, if I shake it around, I look at it the wrong way, it shuts down. So it's 6:41 right now, 1841:42. 1842 hours. I'll be picking up my mother soon. Pardon me. It's been a while since I put a video out, so I want to let you know what's going on, updates, and just everything that's going on right now. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Tomorrow's gonna be what would have been my father's 56th birthday, October the 8th. He was born in 1968, so he was 2 years older than my mother, which would make him 56. I'm hoping that all this video gets through because if you have an Apple device, if you have an iPhone, I can't stress enough to you to take care of it, because if you don't take care of it, you get water damage. You drop it a few times, you're gonna knock the connector, the battery, the lithium-ion battery that the phone uses, out of alignment. If you do that, it doesn't matter what your charge percentage is, doesn't matter, it'll just shut off. The thing will just shut off because it's disconnected, it's disrupting the circuit. And the last time that I recorded, the last 1 to 2 videos I recorded, I dropped it. I have a carpet here, so I dropped in a good, a couple feet, not too high, about a side table, a table's length, like one of those little side tables. So that far, there was that much kinetic energy. So I think it knocked the battery connector out of alignment. So I've had this thing shut down 20 times. One night, a few nights ago, the thing it was spazzing out all over the place. And what that is called it's called the kernel panic. So basically, in a kernel panic, your device basically something will happen with the kernel. Like it's part of the code, part of the the computer or the phone's brain. And obviously, yeah, my anxiety is kind of up right now, so I do apologize for that. When I haven't recorded a video in a while, I kind of gotta get in my game. Same thing when I do with my journal entries. And then once I find my groove, I'll be good. But there's just a lot going on, so you guys can't be surprised by the fact that I'm just frazzled. I'm trying not to be, there's a lot. There's just a lot going on, and yeah, it's tough. It's really tough, and I'm just fighting it, fighting it every single day, the best that I can, because it's not a good situation. It's just not. At the end of the day, it's not a good situation. But yeah, kernel panic is basically when, think of it as the phone's brain. Something happens with the phone, there's a problem, it tries to problem solve. It tries to fix the problem, so it restarts. The reason that it restarts is because it's to prevent hardware damage. Because you can have a shutdown, especially with an iPhone. If you go on Apple's site, they'll show you a whole bunch of things. They'll talk about battery impedance, chemical age, where your chemical age goes up, your battery impedance goes up. The battery impedance is the physical state, it's the state of the battery, the incapacitance, the resistance, that it has to do with the circuitry, the battery circuit, because an iPhone is a very intricate device, which is why it costs so much, because everything that goes into it, all the technology that goes into it, that's why you're paying so much for it, because Apple does invest a lot into their devices. I know some people will not necessarily agree with that because you like Android, and I get it. But yeah, the reason why it'll throw a kernel panic is because it's trying to solve a problem. If it can't solve the problem, it'll just keep resetting over and over and over again, and that's what my device was doing. So it just kept going on, off, on, off, on, off. And there's a whole bunch of videos on YouTube about what happens, what to do when your phone shuts down unexpectedly. The other thing is, if you have a degraded battery, if your battery is below 80%, They say if the battery is degraded below 80%, it's time to change it. If it can hold a charge, you know, if you can go an hour, if your phone can hold a charge for an hour, you know, and it doesn't deplete rapidly, you're all good. But you probably should change the battery, you know. But another thing is water damage. Even though it's IPv6 or something like that, which means that it's waterproof, the device can still succumb to damage. I'm just looking right now to see if this is off, see if this is on or not. Hopefully it is. You know, it's very old. I can barely do any, you know, I can't do very much with it anymore. You know, it's 7 years old. I can't even watch videos because it's so intensive. It puts so much strain on the processor. The back of the phone gets so hot, and then it'll just shut down. I will be sitting right here in this chair, right? And usually I sit back here. I can pick the phone up like this, and it'll shut down. I can pick the phone up from here, it'll shut down. And my charging cable, if you're even ginger, which means very carefully, if I move it around ever so slightly, it'll shut down. So it's you know, it's a huge inconvenience, undoubtedly. My mother's kind of in the same boat. You know, she's got an Android AO2s, AO2s. And she's got a budget phone. She paid like $49.95 or something for that. But she's got a storage issue. If you do not have, your device has the storage that's allocated, memory that's allocated specifically for system functions. If you do not have more than what's allocated for system functions, I'm talking like 3 to 4 times that, just to be on the safe side, your device will not function. It'll shut down. It won't shut down. It'll be slower. Apps won't work. You won't be able to download apps. You'll get a low memory prompt, obviously. And this is coming from someone who had a Moto E. That was my starter phone that I got. My dad got me for my birthday. It was, you know, it was a little phone. You know, it had a camera and it worked well, but it didn't have that much to work with. So I couldn't download apps. I couldn't use my InShot, my video editor, which I use to get these videos up to Instagram, YouTube. You know, and some people, it's not within some people's means, so they, you know, that's what they get. You know, that's you got to take. You got to take what you can get. But yeah, you got to take care of your device. If you don't take care of your device, you're going to wind up. You'll be going to the a Genius Bar or an authorized Apple service provider and having pay for an older phone. You're probably going to run you about $60-70, you know. But for some people, that's tough, you know, because it's tough. It's a tough economy, all that. Even money like that doesn't come easy for certain people, and I really do feel for people who are going through that. I'm sorry you're going through that. I really, really am. You know, it sucks. It's a lot of BS. You know, sorry for my language, but you got shit in your blinders. You got to wipe that shit. You got to keep going. It's true. It's the bottom line. I did that with my sister. You know, I took care of her for, as you know, almost 4 years. It was the toughest years of my life, next to watching my own father die. You know, very peacefully. 4 minutes in our kitchen from cardiac arrest, acute cardiac arrest. But it taught me a lot. You know, and it did. It really, really did. And, you know, yeah, I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. You cannot go through what I've gone through, what many, many thousands of people have gone through without being slow, without, you know, shutting down yourself. You know, we're kind of like a phone. You know, we can take too much, we get burned out, and eventually we shut down over and over and over again, you know, for extrinsic factors, which means on the inside. You know, like if your phone's brain's not right, your phone won't be right. If your brain's not right, you won't be right. Like, this is something I tell my mother all the time. You know, I worry about her every day. I love her very much. You know, of course I do. You know, she's always so proud of me and say, you know, I appreciate you taking care of me. And I said, oh, no problem. You know, no worries. This is, you know, nothing to me. I've been there and done that, taking care of my sister. And it really is. It really isn't anything to me. I mean, I've been walking around in freaking mud, walking through muddy puddles, get my freaking cars taken from me, you know, and it's a bunch of motherfucking BS. And I could say the other word because it's how I'm feeling. You know, I could also mention this $10 million contract that I did sign, which I do have in my bed right here. Spoke about in one of my journal entries today. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Hashtag Grand Theft Auto 6. That's with all my socials. And yeah, I've just talked about, if this contract is not honored, I'm going to be very upset. There's no reason why it shouldn't be, since I paid, money and made it a sacrifice and an investment. Someone got $1,900 out of me, you know? And, I was on Discord, and there's a whole bunch of Discords on there. One of them's a GTA. You got GTA 6. You got GTA 6 servers up the butt. I've never seen so many, and I've never seen something like this in my life, where there's this huge process, ordeal, whatever you want to call it, to get to the next installment of a popular franchise, which is GTA Grand Theft Auto. And I saw a few comments here, and Church GTA. And you already know how I feel about this guy. He don't sit right with me. He doesn't. In fact, he reminds me of one of my father's older bosses. If I'm going to be very frank and honest with you, this guy wasn't. His name was Dave. He wasn't very, very nice. He basically threw my dad under the bus, and then before he fired him, he was terminated, dismissed. Dave said, "Keep your chin up, kid." And he wasn't being genuine about it. He was kind of being a jerk. And my father didn't deserve that. He was very upset when he was fired from, it was a solid waste job. This was back in 2015. He'd start working for Anheuser-Busch May 2015. If I remember correctly, he was actually fired April 2014. So go figure. Kind of right around the time where, things with GTA 6 started getting juiced up. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, because Kirsty and the gang there fired up the GTA 6 thread on GTA forums in 2016. Yeah, it was around that time. But yeah, so I was looking at the server, the GTA 7, because it's the GTA 6, GTA 7 server. Church GTA came on there with a meme with a guy closing the door like, oh, screw you, everything. You know what? I don't need that right now. Okay? I really don't need that. I am going through so much right now. I'm trying to get to 2025. I'm trying to get this contract. Make sure that this unpaid. Make sure this happens. Okay? I do not need your crap. I'm being straight up honest with you. That's why I left your server. Okay? And I'm not BSing you at all. I don't know. I don't even know who you are. But, seriously, you're saying get a job and everything like this. Well, guess what? I have a job. I've been doing it for almost 9 years, sir. I've been doing it for almost 9 years. Okay? And I can get very, very vocal if I wanted to, but I know that doesn't solve anything. Like if my mother was here right now, it'd kick up her anxiety. The only time I can be truthful and record these videos when my mother isn't here, because I don't want to kick up her anxiety. She's got bad anxiety. But honestly, okay, I don't know what your deal is. I don't know what your deal is. But I thought you were a nice person. I don't know. I don't even know who the hell you are. I don't even know who you are. I don't know who really any of these people are. And I haven't... The evil guy, it's been 2 days since I talked with him. Last thing he told me was... he was lamenting about YouTube. He was saying that, I'm surprised, man, I'm surprised you can handle YouTube. And I'm surprised too, because YouTube can be a pain in the butt. Nothing's more of a pain in the butt than this phone. Just wondering how long it's going to last before it shuts down on me again. Because I've been mid-text typing, my journal entries, because I do them on X. Screen capture them. Put them through my InShot video editor, Instagram, YouTube. Watching a video, watching music. The thing has shut off every single time. And it's just such a pain in the butt. And it's not, I'm not really in a situation right now because we're a one-income family. Yeah, I know that's not obviously right. You're going to say, well, why aren't you helping? Why aren't you helping? I actually am. I'm helping in more ways than I think you know. In my mind, I want to stay with this house. I want to make sure it doesn't get trashed, doesn't get destroyed, nothing else happens with it. Make sure our main coon Maxine is taken care of because she's getting older. I was away from this house for 3 years, and it went to absolute crap. It went to absolute crap. So that's why I, and it's not to say I don't do things. I I take my mother everywhere. And I'm not looking forward to the snow or the rain, or the sleet. That can just stay as far away I'm not looking forward to that at all. Because my a Toyota Scion, doesn't have snow tires, and I've heard it's not good in the snow. Your car's not good in the snow, you're better off not driving it. Especially with people who are people, and people who don't follow what's called Jessica's Law here in New Hampshire, where you're supposed to remove all the snow from your car, and if you don't, sometimes cops will pull you over and do it for you. But that's people for you, Anyway, yeah, I want the contract to be honored. I want that to happen. That matters a lot to me. It's a big deal. I just need a lot of relief. I'm burnt out. I'm a wreck. My mental health isn't good. When I say that, I don't mean I'm going yelling, screaming around, destroying stuff, and talking to myself. I'm saying, sometimes I will have these moments where just like I hear voices in my head a little bit, get distracted thoughts, because all that combined, watching my father die, taking care of my sister, dealing with my mother, and being yelled at, okay? When you are yelled and screamed at, I know that's what they do in the Marines, that will fuck you up, big time, okay? Again, sorry for my language, but it's true. If you are yelled and screamed at, it will mess with you. It will make you angry. Number one, and it will wear you out. You'll basically have short yourself, like a power cut or something like that. So I do encourage any of you, whether it's yourself or a family member who might be having some kind of psychiatric problem, such as psychosis or bipolar disorder, please get them help. Get them help. Do not ignore it. Do not let them take it upon themselves to try to solve the problem themselves, because they're probably not gonna. They're gonna hide it, brush it under the rug, act like it's no problem until it blows up in their face. And that is the problem with our society. Other than the fact there's a mental health crisis here in the United States, there's damn well a mental health crisis. People wait until the last moment, and then it's not a problem till it is. And that could really go with anything. I'm just trucking along here. I'm just, I appreciate all your support. I really do. Sometimes I won't tell you. I don't want to off myself and just go away from the world, because some ways it just sucks. It really does. It sucks living without my father. His birthday's tomorrow. That's another reason. It was a rainy day today, so weather can correlate with your emotions, and sometimes when it's a rainy and dark, dreary day, you might not be in the best spirits. I know it's true with my mother, but she's the most emotional out of her side of the family. One thing she'll tell you, she'll say the exact words: I'm the emotional one out of the family. This is nothing new." And it's true. It's very, very true. As wonderful as a person she is, yeah, I worry about her a lot. I worry about a lot. I'll be seeing my sister too. I'm going to be talking to her on the 15th, and have a Mickey D's visit, usually on Tuesday or Wednesday on the 22nd of this month, so it's going to run 4 to 6. Have a nice visit. I'll make her the star again, as I usually do. Hopefully, we got through this video. We did. I want to thank you so much, okay? I really do appreciate it. God bless from the bottom of my heart. My name is Aaron, but I'm also called Mr. 28. I am the Chief Executive Officer and founder of XXV III Games, or 28 Games. And my tagline is Crazy, Ambitious, Cleverly Historic. And I want you to be well, be safe, be about your ambition, hug your loved ones always. Let them know they're there for you. They want you to be there for them too. Stay safe, stay tough, stay in the fight. Stay in peace. And know that the best yet to come. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll be back with plenty more.